Hi Aquarius, and welcome to April 2025. Oh my gosh, right? How fast did this time fly? What? All right, this read is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus. I got a new deck. This is the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. I love this deck, and I'm using it for the present moment, like what's going on right now, that ties in with the past life oracle of the karmic thread that we're working on in this lifetime. So it does really tie in nicely. So let's see what's going on for Aquarius for April. Okay. Wow. So your card is to be fair. So things have to be fair, right? On the up and up. The number is 38. You could be 38. That's breaks down to an 11, which is a master number. So to be fair is what you're dealing with whether it's in love, whether it's in work. It has to be fair. It's like the Justice card, right? We have to balance life. Life has to be balanced. Sorry for the glare. I do have all my lights and candles going. So life does have to be fair. And if it's not fair, then, or someone's not putting in the work, or whatever it is, or they're not respecting you at work, and they give you less than you are worth. I mean, there's a lot of things that in life we have to make sure that, and especially Aquarians, are you kidding? All air signs. I mean, actually everyone. I digress. It's every sign. We all want things that are fair. And you can see the havoc that's caused when things aren't fair and things have been, an illusion. Okay. I don't know why I'm hearing Knights in White Satin. I have no idea. All right. In love. A love relationship. This is a karmic or a twin, whatever you want to call it, coming in, or you've met, you're already dating and or looking for, but whomever it is, whomever you fall in love with, let's just say from a past life, the thread is about, we have to make sure that we are on the same page. Are we on the same playing field or not? Because if we're not, that wreaks havoc in a relationship. Did we start out as friends? Can we talk about it? Is someone open? Is it open for discussion or not? Who's putting in the time? Who's putting in the effort and who's not? Okay. Let me move these up here. Okay, Aquarius, what's going on? All right, so fast-moving energy, a new beginning. So a new cycle is coming in for you. And the Four of Pentacles. Interesting here, we have a dynamic of fast and slow, but in the middle is a new beginning. So some of you, and I did feel it when I was talking about it, some of you are definitely not getting paid what you should be getting paid in your job. And you may be looking for a new one. Or someone is working hard and saving their money, and someone else wants to go out and party. And we need to talk. Seriously. I don't like those words, honestly, in a relationship, when you or someone says, we need to talk, that's like a red flag right there. So that could be, there could be an issue of, we need to have a conversation about this relationship is, why someone feels as though, okay, the sex is great, it's off the chain, but you never take me out, right? you don't put a lot of work into the relationship. I feel like I'm doing it all. If there's a dog involved or something like that, someone always, it's like Aquarius, you're taking care of the dogs and or the kids, and the other person is either, it's like, this was just looking at me, the Three of Pentacles. It's really about who does how much work in this union. If you're not paired up with anyone anymore, it could have been the reason why you're wanting a new start, and maybe someone got cut out of the equation. Let's look. I'm using the vice versa deck. Look at that, came out. Look at fighting. Okay, so we're going to keep going. They want me to start at this point. So you could be fighting about, well, where's this relationship headed? I thought we were moving in together. I thought we were going to, why can't we talk about it? Why don't we go on dates? Your third wheel, someone could be a third wheel, meaning you could have a child, right? You could have a child. You could be a single mom, a single parent, mom, dad, whatever, right? And it's like, I'm working really hard to make money. They're working really hard to make money, but nothing's going on. Every time you bring up the subject of what does the future look like, it causes an argument. It's not like there's love. There is love. There is love, but you have to understand, here's the thing. Aquarius, there's only so much someone can give. They may not be able to give you a solid plan. Like, an Aquarius would say, I need a solid plan because I feel stuck. I feel like you're really feeling stuck in a relationship, and all you want is, and really it's not bad, all you want is a little light at the end of the tunnel, like a conversation to say, what's the plan in the next, maybe let's look at the foreseeable future. It's not like, I'm asking you for a lot. Let's just talk about the next 6 months. What are we doing? Do you see a future with me, or, whatever? Someone feels really stuck and like they can't get through to this person. This person is an Emperor reversed, and that is not, if you're dealing with an Aries reversed, we're talking like, oh my God, it's like, it's my way or the highway. He's pissed. He's pissed because he's being put to the test. He may not even be telling you he's pissed or fuming. I mean, that's for real. He could be fuming. Look at that. He could be like, why do you always have to bug me about this? It's that kind of fuming. Why do you have to keep asking questions? I don't have the answers. Stop bugging me. That kind of thing. And Aquarians, I don't know what your chart, what your natal chart looks like, but let me tell you, if someone belittles you long enough, you're not going to put up with it. Or like you're not. Someone's belittling you and making you feel like, wait a second, I invested in you. I've taken care of your dog even. I swear there's a dog here. I've taken care of your dog. I've put in the work. Why can't we just have a conversation? I'm not asking for much. I just want to see if we're on the same page. It's like a check-in. I just want to check in with you. We're always working. Both of you are working. I feel that the masculine feels extremely tired with work, and the feminine feels like she works, but she works around. So if you're a feminine Aquarian, I truly think that you have really put out and given your all to someone who is like, you know, not answering significant questions about the future. I don't want to talk. I'm too tired. Look it. Sorry. Alexa, turn off. Sorry. So there, sorry. Not even an I'm sorry because, you know, I don't have all the answers. I feel, I'm going to say it, Aquarius, if you are going to, you know, Aquarians only take so much of this. Let me tell you right now. I mean, you guys really do love this person, but you're not going to put up with this for much longer. If you, I said Aries, Leo, Aries, Sag, but Aries for sure here with the Emperor. You're not going to put up with this. I feel like, you know, you may be asking for help from outsiders, you know, like your besties, your family members. I need some help because I'm in limbo with this person. I think that you really are in limbo. I do. Not everyone, but I do feel that like this is only going to last so long. I'm so sorry. And there's the Empress. So you're the Empress. You may be the single mom with a child or more. And definitely there's an animal here, a dog. Maybe this is your person's dog that you take care of. But look it, you can't have a relationship like based on this. There's no way. There's no way. That's like ridiculous. This person's like turning their back. They're showing me. So you come home from work or they come home from work. You may be living like together in an apartment or something, or a condo. Maybe you're not even living with this person, you're dating them, whatever the case is, right? But someone, you know, you share time together, so it could be definitely, maybe not a home, a house, meaning, but you do live together, right? So all you do is you're sitting on the couch and wanting to start a convo, and he says, I don't want to talk about it, and turns his back. Turns his back. Yeah, look. Every time we try to talk, it's a fight. Every time I try to ask a question, it's a fight. It could be an ex. You could be talking about, you know, child support, alimony, time spent with the children. If you're divorced, that too could apply. And you're just like, come on already. And look it. And you're like really frustrated because one of you make a shitload of money and the other of you don't. So that could have been also the contention here is they don't want to talk about buying a new house or moving into a home, or they don't want to, they may also be, you know, not wanting, or you're fighting over money because someone makes more, and also the attention that someone gives to another in a relationship. Like there's someone wants more attention and isn't getting it. I'm telling you, they turn their back. What is that? Okay, hang on. 9 of Wands. 1 second. Hold on. I do have to turn the light on, so that means something. Someone needs to see the light. Someone needs to feel, Aquarius, thank you. Someone needs to feel, you know, wanted. Someone needs to feel needed. And every time that you get together or when they get home, they're always just too tired to talk. And, you know, the more you plug away at someone, you know, it's kind of like, you know, you're putting salt on the wound. You're like twisting the knife in deeper because this person doesn't want to talk. So Spirit's advising you to take a minute and really think about this relationship. Spirit wants you to really think about what it is that you want, because you feel trapped in this relationship and you have been together for maybe 4 months, 4 years, up to 4 years. You may need a little road trip. Maybe it's time to take yourself out of the equation and go somewhere. Maybe that's what the fight's about. You want to go on a, like, you'd love to go on a little trip. Maybe it's a, you know, let's take a trip with the kids or what have you. And they're like, I can't. I'm working. I can't. And, you know, the underlying issue, Aquarius, is that I don't think they want to. I think someone is so, I'm going to say it, hell-bent on making money. Someone is also using, yes, they are saying yes. Someone's using money and not having enough as a reason not to move into a home together or not to make any decisions on a future like getting hitched or whatever. So there's going to be an eclipsing of someone's relationship. I feel that this may end. I'm so sorry, Aquarius. I feel that you're going to want to be single again. And I'm sorry. I feel that there's so much planetary action in the sky. We have Venus retrograde, which is part of the reason why this is happening. There is Mercury retrograde, again, why this is happening. There are 2 eclipses, lunar and solar. The lunar is in Virgo, the lunar is in Virgo and in Aries. The solar's in Aries. So, are you kidding me? That solar eclipse in Aries is pulling out someone's, like, you know, the negativity. They're always down. They're bored. They don't, you know, they're not motivated. And usually an Aries is motivated, but he's reversed. He could be one of the Aries that just turns the other cheek, but kind of like just goes with the flow because you're doing everything. You may be doing everything for this person, and you're getting to a boiling point. And it may come to a halt, or some of you may decide to move out, maybe move back home with family, or get your own place, something, or stay separate. You know, you need a break. Someone may say it's time for a little break here in the relationship, and that break may end up being your freedom. You're going to be freed, and you may definitely walk away. Yeah. And I feel that you are confiding in family and friends on what to do. And I can tell you right now, your family and friends are if they're seeing you, Aquarius, if they're seeing you mentally drained and physically drained, and it's kind of like, you know what it is? It's like you're hitting a brick wall. And I feel that you're going to just take this person out of the equation. They're reversed again. They want me to keep, yeah, I guess this, as the story goes, you may just leave, come to say, let's just call it a day on this relationship. They're reversed, and this was upright. You know, it's just not, you want to go out, you want to like enjoy yourself, and every time this person says no, or there's fights, or there's no romance, it may just be just sex only kind of relationship, and it's at the precipice of climbing that, or the horizon, right? Because below the horizon, if you've been watching me, you know how the horizons are equilibrium, right? And that's where below is the base chakra, the solar plexus, the sacred the sacred. So above the horizon comes the heart chakra, the throat, the third eye, and the crown. So as you can tell, your whole basis here is still dealing with the lower end of the horizon, which is trying to build and establish something solid with someone. And you're now at the precipice of saying, okay, wait a second, I've spent a lot of time, effort here with you, and nothing's changed. If anything, you know, this person might have been breadcrumbing you a little and taking you out once every, 3 months, right? And it's etching away at your heart. It is. So I feel that as much as you may not yet be ready to take that leap of faith, because you're not, I don't feel this is a spousal issue unless it's an ex. I feel like you've been dating this person for a long time. Like I said, up to 4 years. And I feel like you're getting ready to pack your bags and getting ready for a new beginning, because this is just so difficult to bear. And you're going to make the decision. I feel some of you are going to make the decision to look elsewhere because, life's too short. You are so at that point in a relationship where it is either we make it or break it. That's what's happening here. And this comes in from this is a soulmate, to be fair. Hello. That's what this is. So to be fair, if I'm doing all this for you and you're breadcrumbing me, that's not fair. If I'm trying to have a convo with you and you turn your back on me, that's not fair. If I'm going out more with my family and my siblings and doing my own thing with my friends, and you are sitting home sleeping or sitting on the couch, that's not fair. So you are at this place with this person who is a karmic, because this came in from another lifetime. And you are at the point of either severing ties altogether, which would be you no longer are going to put up with that. That's how karma will work. If you finally say to someone, Aquarius, listen, I can't do this any longer. You're going to be severing the ties of accepting less than what you deserve, to be fair. Because I'm going to tell you, I feel that in this relationship, that boundaries were not set. Surprising for an Aquarian. Or maybe you were just so enamored by the looks and the chemistry. That happens. It's no one's fault. Absolutely not. Are you kidding? Half of society is living on pipe dreams of chemistry and Botox and how people look, instead of what the truth of the matter is when we get to this point of a relationship where it's make it or break it. Like, I don't feel, I do, and I just heard it. Spirit just gave me this. Okay, so here you have a flat tire and you call this person and they say, well, I can't come to you. I can't. I'm at work. Or they're at home. Can you pick me up? I had maybe, I had one too many to drink. Can you pick me up? No, take an Uber. Did we look at this? Yeah, you're going to cut some. Oh, my God. They told me to look at the bottom. I'm so sorry, Aquarius. You're cutting someone out. And the hardest part is you don't want to. Oh, see? You don't want to. Yep, there it is. You are just, you're just, oh my gosh. I'm so sorry, Aquarius. It's not fair. There it is. This relationship is not fair to you with an Aries. I'm so sorry, because not everyone's in this, or you could be dealing with a, what did I say, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn? Yeah. But the basis for this read is, even if you are, I don't feel it. I don't feel this is like a marriage or something. I feel like you're just dating, or not just, but you've been dating this person for a while. And, when you end up living in their condo or apartment or something like that and putting in the time, I mean, listen, nowadays in today's world, 3, 4 years, even 2 years is a long time. Not fair. Yeah, look at. And it is. Someone says, we can't go moving into a home because it's going to cost me a lot more money and I'm not there yet. They're using money and finances as a reason not to want. And, all right, and they're also saying that this Hermit, so that's where the Virgo comes in. I feel that, like, this person is like their father or their grandfather. It's like in their lineage of, that's how my dad dealt with relationships, or my grandfather, or something like that. The wife put up with it. The wife did it all. The live-in does it all. You know what I mean? Yeah. Look at. The Four of Wands is reversed. I'm so sorry. I feel that once you leave this relationship and allow things to chill, either this person may come back later, or you're going to meet someone that really deserves you. Because over here, hold on. It's reversed. And here, it's upright. So, I can't say that it's the same relationship. I feel that you're going to say, I'm done, and I'm meeting someone new. And I'm not scared to go and put myself out there, because I'm worth it. I mean, it may be a little scary to be putting yourself out there, or this person comes back. Let me just ask if that happens real quick. I feel like you may not even want to date after this, quite frankly. Yeah, that's what they're just saying. Okay, and look. The Knight twice. Nothing's happening. It's like stalemate. This relationship is stalemate. Nothing's happening. Look at how many times can we say it's over? It is going to be over. Look, and it's going to really, it will hurt. I'm not going to lie. I can't tell you that you're going to stick around for this. You're going to make the choice. As difficult of a choice, you're going to have the conversation and say, I'm done. I'm done. All right. How's the Aries going to react? Or who Aquarius is with? The Aries is what I see. Or whatever sign it is. Oh, how are they going to react? All right. So they're telling me how they're going to react with Aquarius is, all right, give me 2 cards after that. Oh, I got 2 cards. Oh my God. All right, I'm telling you right now, that's what they're saying. If you put your foot down, meaning put some boundaries up, this person may just get the memo. They may just say, okay, let's find a home. Let's move in together. That's what it says. How does he feel about you or she feel about you? He really feels like he's in charge, but he also wants to have a family. He does. He wants things to be fair. Okay, so Aquarius, I don't know, there are Aquarius friends of mine that I know that became so enamored in their relationship in the beginning that they kind of lost themselves and ended up allowing things to just go unnoticed, which we all do. It's so normal to just say, oh my God, I'm so in love with this person. You'll do anything. And then you forget to, put the boundaries up, have the connection and camaraderie of, over dinner, let's talk, or let's do this or that together. What kind of things do we have together, to be together? What interests do we have? What hobbies do we have? Can we do stuff together? Once the relationship gets out of, the, sexy mode, like it's all sex, which clearly this is very sexual. That person may not want to lose the sex part, but they're going to have to step up to the plate. And if you do pack your bags and they're alone with their thoughts, they're going to come knocking back. You may go back to your mom and dad's house or what have you, or whatever it is. They do want to say, okay, I get it. It wasn't fair. It hasn't been fair. Yeah. Let's take a trip together, even if it's, or let's go looking for homes, wherever that may be. Some of you just may say, let's go somewhere. All right? Let's not worry about, which still, you got to understand, Aquarius, what part of you and or parts of you is etching off of your heart space by giving in because if you don't set your boundaries at some point, because it's still fairly, like it's not like you can't do that right now. Because every time you talk, there's a fight, or they turn their back, or they go to sleep, right? So if you say, okay, well, guess what? I'm going to move out. You can take care of your own dog or whatever, you're on your own now. Once that happens, I'm not saying you're threatening for a reaction. I feel like you're really for real going to say, I'm going to go back home for a little while. Maybe you should think about it. And then they will think about it and come back with some sort of a compromise. But when that happens, you've got to take into accountability your part of this relationship of had you want everything to be fair, what part of you is compromising so much of yourself that you really have gotten lost in this relationship, and you've given the masculine, the Aries, you've given them all of that power. So you need to kind of reel in some of that power so that it's fair, which is called boundaries. What's the outcome? Oh my God, some of you may get pregnant. Oh my God. Okay, make-up sex. I did say sex. Make-up sex, you get pregnant. Oh my God. Right? That was the first thing that came to my mind was, oh my God. All right, when this is happening, you're very fertile right now, or you're whatever, ovulating, you better seriously take precaution, or I don't know. I don't think you want to get pregnant until you settle the score. Okay. So now you freed yourself. Some of you do move back. I'm so sorry. You do. Hold on. I feel it's really emotionally draining. I feel like, okay, yeah, they're saying it's time to take a break from this person. Take a break, go back to your parents' house, or move out for a minute. I'm not saying that you have all your stuff there. I don't feel that it's that, whatever you have. Or maybe it's just you don't move your stuff out, but you just go back to your, like every night you go back to your mom and dad's house or something like that, right? And then you say, when you're ready to talk, when you're ready to, maybe we should take a little trip together. Maybe we should just go, away for the weekend. Maybe they will agree to that, and then you get pregnant. I'm serious. Some of you, all you have to do is have faith. Most of you, everyone that is dealing with something similar to this, please just have faith, because it is all going to work out. So pray. Just pray. You are going to level up by not only praying, but by really believing in yourself and having more faith in you. That's what you have to ask yourself. How much faith do you have in you and your relationships? So as I say to my clients, take the last 3 relationships that really were very significant in your life and look at the patterns that have formed from your end. How much have you sacrificed for the relationship to work? And how much have they? Because it is all about fairness. You can't have, it just can't happen to be, when one person is trying to do so much and the other is not, that's when havoc ensues and fights start, And maybe this person is real coy. you know, thinks that you'll do anything because you have. Now take it as it resonates. It may be vice versa. Okay, let's see what Spirit says here. The fog needs to be lifted, so you're confused right now. So in April, now in April, or this whole month of April, there is a lot of fog in everyone's relationship because Venus is retrograde as well as Mercury is retrograde. So like I said before, most people are confused and don't know which way to turn and how to make a next decision, which quite frankly, it's best, and the eclipse is going on, it's best to leave well enough alone. Maybe not having a convo right now at all with this person is the best thing you could do for now. Relationships that are meant to be will come to you effortlessly. A relationship should be effortless, and when it's fair, it is. When someone's taking more than they're giving, that's not equal. We're not on the horizon. And synergy. Mother Earth comes out not once but twice to tell you that a mother, you could really count on your mom. If this is you, you also can count on your family. I feel you can count on your family and your mom, maybe sisters, brothers, whatever, to have a sit down, your besties, whatever, to get their viewpoint. But quite frankly, being out in Mother Earth, you know, do some meditation, go walking, go to the park if you can, go to the ocean, you know, go by water, go by a lake. I mean, maybe you're taking a trip by water or something like that, or you're taking a little trip or doing something. Honestly, Aquarius, do whatever makes you happy, and the rest will fall into place. But under no circumstances should you remain in something that is not fair. And it came out the first card. So pray. If you really want this, you're going to have to take action. But action that means, you know, putting your boundaries up and having faith in yourself. Okay? All right. I send you so much love and have a great month. Let me know how you're doing. Please like, subscribe, and share. It is free. All of us YouTubers are, you know, are working hard. All of us work hard, and it is free. So all you have to do is like and subscribe. At least show us your support. All right. I love you guys. Take care.